Everybody, so this week here I've got all of my Wisconsin buck footage here put together. Just kind of give a little bit of rundown here leading up to it. We just got back Saturday morning at about 5:30. We drove all night Friday night from Nebraska. We were out there for 5 days hunting. Just got back. I wasn't able to get myself up in the tree that morning, and this ridgeline here in particular is just one that I've hunted for the last 9 years, and it's just a spot that the deer just never stay on this ridge. I've always kind of assumed it was a food thing, and that's why I've got that food plot up there now. Obviously an acre isn't going to hold the deer there, but I've had in the back of my mind this is going to be something that at least the deer that do travel through there, they're going to use that to at least scent check as they work their way through. And I've kind of always said it about this piece. If I were to hunt this every single day that I had to be able to hunt the rut during my rut time, that I'd at least have an opportunity or see a good one out of it. And this one here in particular, he came through Saturday morning, of course, when I wasn't in the tree. He showed up Thursday morning on the camera on the north side of the property when he come off the neighbors to the north. I think he just got in here and there weren't any other mature deer. There wasn't anything, I would say, even over a year and a half old that had even come by the camera since August. So I think he got in there and there was just enough does around that, he kind of made this his home, ended up being. I didn't know that obviously right away, but got in there Saturday afternoon, hunted, didn't see anything. I got back out to the truck, changed clothes, coming back through the field right out next to the house. Here he was out there tending a doe. Didn't give a care about me being there in the truck. I got a little bit of footage of him there, and got back in there Sunday morning and didn't see anything again. And Sunday night got back in there after doing some Halloween stuff with a little one, and ended up being that he was still on that property. He hadn't left. I think he had just created that as his home. There's enough deer there to keep him, I guess if you want to say, satisfied with being able to chase a few does around, and it just worked out. So he come out to my south. I ended up grunting him back to me. This is going to be a great, all you guys out there that do some self-filming, or anybody who wants to do self-filming, it's kind of a reason why I've always kind of preached to Dakota, as he's done it in the tree himself as well. This is why we like to keep that camera arm low. No other good way to put it. That camera arm's got to be low when you're in that tree. I always like to have it at my hip. This tree in particular, I had to have it high because I've got a big pine limb that cuts out to my right. And I had to have that camera at about my shoulder height so I could see over that limb. The whole time I'm, convinced that something bad's going to happen. Deer's going to come from my south and come through. And it's going to be a cluster trying to see in that camera, make sure he's in frame to be able to shoot. And that's pretty much what happened here on this one. I couldn't see that camera. I couldn't clip my release and then adjust as I go. So I like to have it at my hip because I can clip my release, bow in hand, and I can adjust camera as I go and draw from there. I had to reposition this camera and face it right straight down where I was expecting him to come out. He cuts it short and ends up coming right down right at me. And I just get it, to where it's, I still get him in frame and everything, but, it's not as great as what we wanted to. But, that's the whole thing about self-filming. That's what makes it challenging, what makes it fun is, it's different. It's not as easy as letting somebody else run the camera for you when you're trying to hunt. So everything's on here. You had the GoPro running too, so I got a good second angle of everything. I hope you guys enjoy.
That just happened. Oh man. Oh, that was. I had a spike come out right here, come up, and he got downwind of me here at 20 yards. And he was here for 5 minutes, and I heard this buck come out to my south, and I seen him down there. I was about positive like that was him, but I couldn't grunt or anything because that stupid spike was right here. Oh, and I had to wait till that spike cleared. As soon as he cleared, I grunted 3 times as absolutely loud as I possibly could, and then snort wheezed. Just kept watching over there, and a minute later, he come crashing through the Sierra peatgrass, coming right here, and I killed him right at like 5 yards. Oh, this is awesome. He's done. 60 yards away, he's done. Smoked him. Oh man. This is pretty awesome. I had this deer on camera yesterday. Didn't get out to hunt him in the morning because we just got back from Nebraska. Seen him last night in the field with a doe. And tonight he come back through and he's done. Oh. Well, here he is. He's by no means very wide, but he's got some character and just a just a short beam, but kind of tall and kind of gnarly. I mean, there's no way of letting this deer here go, I guess. Had him on camera yesterday morning, and I just wasn't able to get out here and hunt because we just got back from Nebraska. And I hunted last night, didn't see him. Hunted this morning, didn't see anything again. And then tonight, I actually sat from about 1 o'clock today, and tonight he come into the south of me, and I wanted to grunt right away, but I had that goofy spike right here. But grunted him over, and I mean, come right down right at the edge of the food plot there, and smoked him at, I don't know, 6 yards. So this is pretty awesome. A neat deer, that's for darn sure. Not a giant deer by any means, but